Every day of my life I catch myself staring at nothing. So deep in thought I feel like I'm trapped in my own dungeon. I locked myself in these chains. I'm guilty for all my suffering. Now I'm sitting here naked in my misery, and suddenly I'm wondering, what do I do with all this pain? Why would I ignore it? Would it be out of my control if I chose to explore it? You see, some people can't handle agony, too scared to confront the tragedies in reality, so they try to drink it all away. They light one up, take a few puffs and smoke it all away. Then wake up the next morning and realize that nothing has changed. The problems are still there. You didn't solve shit. All you're doing is feeding a bad habit. Why would you let drugs and liquor alter your mind when you can do that on your own? Are you scared that if you stay true to yourself that you would end up all alone? Do you want to fit in? Be like everybody else? Is it just me that thinks that we all need a little help? Relationship issues, family problems, and addictions. We can't seem to live a happy life through our own convictions. Can't lose our inhibitions. We're doing too much talking and not enough listening. Not enough doing, not enough believing. A whole lot of actions without the right reasons. But who's gonna step up and be the one to redesign, reconstruct the way we live our lives? I'm so tired of being just as average as the other guys. Cowards that let fear dominate their minds. Scared to communicate, afraid to face the truth of what's inside, and everything behind all of our insecurities. But it's almost impossible to act accordingly because we're so easily distracted on the things that aren't priorities. Girls that aren't making us men any better. People that don't care about our futures. They told me I'm the average of the 5 people I hang out with, so I stopped hanging out with losers. I know who all my real people are. I read between the lines. I seen them all cry while I shed some tears of my own sitting by their side. We're the change this world needs. Good people who volunteer to do good deeds. Brave, backboned, and self-disciplined. Get rid of all the phonies and strip ourselves from the belligerents. Don't you realize how much we take for granted every day? We're powerful beyond measure, yet we settle for mediocre ways. We drown ourselves in social media, talk to each other about nothing. We pride ourselves on our appearance and how many people we're fucking. It's disgusting. Girls thrive off attention, guys are assholes because it works. But nobody really wins because one of them ends up getting hurt. We gotta bring people to their knees to make ourselves feel taller. Like, why do we degrade each other when none of us are flawless? We party every day like we don't have time for improvement. Like we can't have fun without getting stupid. I can't continue living my life through what other people expect of me. I can't let who all you know me as be the death of me. I gotta keep trying to help people who need saving. Give them some inspiration and something I have faith in. Because my imagination is filled with everything that I created. I painted pictures in my head, now I'm just trying to display them. I'm just trying to portray all the things that I can't escape from. My views are embedded in my blood. My perspective ain't the same. I don't know if I'm naive or if the stress is what's to blame. All I really know is I ran out of things to celebrate. Now I'm using my time sensibly. When I picked up the pen 3 years ago, I discovered my own destiny. I'm a writer, I'm a speaker, and there's no running away from it. I'll walk this road alone if I have to, but I can't continue to restrain from it because this is who I am. I write stories to make peace with all my demons. Maybe I'll never change the world, but I won't ever stop believing. I won't ever stop trying. How can I turn a blind eye to the very thing that saved me from all my hard times? I didn't know who to confide in, so I started to write rhymes. I gave myself my own advice, my fate in my own hands. It was time to stop bullshitting and become a grown man. I joined the Marines at 19, had my own business cards a year later. I try to be a salesman, contractor, negotiator, but none of those jobs have ever lasted. Because even though I'm making real money, it's not a real passion. I don't go to sleep at night thinking about getting rich and successful. I dream about opening minds, helping people find their truth the same way that I found mine. Sometimes I think about running away to the streets and being homeless, just so I can be at peace with only me and my notebooks. I spent a lot of restless nights and days feeling lost, put a lot of thought into how I could achieve all the things that I want. I just know I need to get my family out of debt, give my nephew a life where he can follow a dream, so he never has to worry about trying to make ends meet by hustling on the streets to pay off somebody else's mortgage every 4 weeks like we do. Believe me when I tell you that there's something special inside us all that we never really show off because we choose to hide behind these walls made of some superficial gloss, like the real us should be camouflaged. You may not understand exactly where my head is, but I'll tell you exactly where my heart is. I let it bleed in my writing, and I'm just getting started.